Greetings. My name is Lawrence, and I am the Blue-Eyed Emperor. Today's reading is going to be a little bit about the energy about individuals who take advantage of other people, where they inflict harm and injury, both spiritually, morally, and physically. Before we get started, as you know, I always put on my blessed beads, right, to ensure that the energy I'm feeling, the messages that I'm conveying, are from Spirit. So with that said, I do want to mention I have two other special gifts from Valentine's Day, and this is Saint Michael. Yahoo! My patron saints. A wonderful follower gave me these. And you can see here the little emblem on the back. But just absolutely beautiful. The saints that and angels, guardian angels that I always ask for blessings over our readings. Gabriel, my all-time favorite, and we have Michael, who's my, not secondary, right? How can you have a secondary favorite angel? That's like an oxymoron, isn't it, right? But here we go. There's Michael. Instead of having my kids put my sacred beads and the Blue-Eyed Emperor crowns on the floor of the rooms when I pass them on to them as gifts, I put them on my guardian angels, who can appreciate. You know how kids are, 12 and 14. They wear it for 5 seconds, and next thing you know, it's in the bathroom on the floor. It's like their underwear or socks or stuff. Typical boys, right? But I want to talk about, I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, and a lot of things happening, the rigors of work, but more so, and how this reading is defined is based on what's happening in my life. And you think about, well, wow, so how's something over at somebody else's house affecting you? But when you talk about jealousy, you talk about revenge, you talk about abuse, you talk about impacting the person that you're abusing, but that disseminates across families, across groups. It's like wildfire, right? Point and turn, my own children. So my kids have, as you all know, largely lived here, raised by me, 3 squares a day, and that's who I am. Chef Blue-Eyed Emperor slash maid slash handyman slash fix it. The list goes on. And you all out there, all you single parents out there know what I'm talking about, right? So my kids come home because they were now, as of recently, last year or so, year and a half, spending a week here and then a week over there, a week here, over here. But the horror to my thing, and you guys know I picked up on this a little bit, I conveyed this to you guys, that my kids were in the midst of an animal, right? An animal. A man who would scream just unrelentlessly at their mother. They captured a video about 20 minutes long of this man, my ex-wife of 12 years, 14, oh, maybe it's, yeah, 12 years. I haven't talked to her in 2. Very rarely, very frequently do I need to. And so, you allow people to move on in their lives and do so graciously. And we've always had a good bond until this chap came in her life. Well, they went to the dentist. My ex-wife and my 2 boys went to the dentist. And trust me, my boys share everything with me, and I love them about that, their honesty. Went to the dentist, and all 3 of them were sitting in chairs. One here, one here, one here. So they'd all be done at the same time, because this husband is tracking them. They got home from the dentist. He began accusing her of being at my house, because we live less than a mile away. And it just happened to be that way, right? We always have since for 14 years. We lived less than a mile and a half away, always. We both moved a couple of times, but we stayed in a mile and a half away. Primarily because it's easier, convenient for the kids to go back and forth. It just makes life a little more cohesive. Not that me and her have to interact, but it makes it so when the kids go back and forth, sometimes, as they get older, they can walk over there, right? Or ride their scooters over there, their bikes over there. This video went on for 20 minutes of the most hellish routine that I could possibly imagine. And it made my blood curdle to hear it. They came home and asked me, Dad, can we move in with you? What is the emperor going to say? No. Go tough it out. Well, nope. We're wearing Captain America. We're here to kick ass and take names and explain later. And my philosophy, right, is to forgive people, but you don't have to love people that are dangerous. So this guy gave my kids an ultimatum, said pick here or there, because I don't like the going back and forth because it makes my wife have to interact with you. Well, I could have tore that fool skinny little head off his shoulders if I wanted to. I haven't. Never said anything to him in the least bit unkind. So you wonder where a person gets this so low self-esteem about themselves. They have to feel so jealous that they're willing to destroy people's lives, not just the person you're abusing, but the people around that circle, right? And I've experienced that in my own life, right? So I've had people do the same thing to me. And so I know about that. But my kids, once again in their lives, are living through this again at the hands of another person. I want you all to know, the second you give yourself and let an abuser continue to abuse, you open the door for ugly all your life. Don't commit. Don't commit to that kind of commitment in your life that you're just willing to take this crazy crap on all the time. Find the inner strength. Find the willpower to be dismissive. And I just heard another gal on my channel, that husband who lives in Hollywood, went down to Brazil, got a beautiful Brazilian woman, brought her back here, impregnated her. The baby, and I told you about this before, story, had a big crevasse in the middle of the head, right, where the skull didn't close and fuse, and they had to do surgeries and things to repair the skull, and had several surgeries since birth, right, until now. And this guy never even called. How's my son? Is he okay out of surgery? Not a peep. And in fact, the amount that he was ordered to pay in child support probably is like $1 million in Brazil, right? $2,500 a month for a child. But he's supposedly a millionaire. And he sends her, I guess, $1,000. Well, lucky her, lucky kid. But paid nothing on the surgery. So now, even though he thinks he's being generous and dictating because she's not in the United States and can't enforce the child payment paternity suit, no court can go after or enforce support for somebody in Brazil. They don't ship money to Brazil. And so rightfully wrong, and I'll tell you another story. In America, if your wife sleeps with another guy and he impregnates her, you're still responsible because you're married to her. Hold on, I didn't say that. You're still responsible. I worked in the DNA district attorney's office doing DNA for paternity, 6 years. It's horrific. The state only cares about money. They don't care about the right or the damage that the people walk into people's lives and create. They make the people that are still left behind suffer. With that said, I want you all to think back in your life to a point in time where you were abused, where someone, and you may not call it abuse, you may say, oh my God, maybe that's not really abuse, maybe I'm being too hasty, or whatever the case may be. But if anybody makes you feel less than human, that makes you feel less than uncertain about yourself, that makes you feel less important than who you feel you should be in your own life, It's abuse. It's abuse. For all you wonderful people that have been calling me and emailing me going, oh my gosh, Emperor, we miss you. And I miss you all very, very much and think about you all often. My gratitude for my kids and myself go out to you tenfold because, as you know, we appreciate you and all the things you do, all the comments you make, all the new subscribers. We've had, oh gosh, close to 300 new subscribers in the last 3 weeks. Who could shake their head at that and just go, oh my gosh, we're not sending the right message to the right people, because I think we're doing exactly just that. Workplace abuse takes place all the time. I'm experiencing it now with watching female co-workers who are being talked down to and conspired against. Conspiring against me. New job. People try to say, oh, we don't, you're doing a great job and stuff, and we don't want you taking all of our glory. They don't tell you that, but the people around you do. They just don't know I'm the Blue-Eyed Emperor and don't have to ask. I just know. So, again, I don't read horoscopes. These tarot cards are merely an instrument of the power, the energy that I read within for all of you. So I hope our intro was helpful for you, for all those people that are still battling those types of things in their lives and work situations, home situations, where there's step family situations. Remember, when you hurt people, you don't just hurt that person, you hurt all the people around that environment. So remember that the next time you walk out that door and go, oh my gosh, I just hate somebody so much. They didn't want me, they didn't like me, and now I'm going to go try and ruin their lives. Remember that when you do those things. I'm very pre-shuffled my cards, as you know. I like to keep my cards in plain view. I'm looking at my camera to make sure they're in plain view. I don't want you staring at my lap. Hold on, please. That's my son calling me at an inopportune time. I'm sorry, I'm back, but a little hot under the collar. My oldest son, who's 14, God only knows, said he had sex for the first time, and it just sent me through the roof. I'm glad he shared it with me, but I'm not sure where I went wrong with this one. And he calls me every 10 minutes, can I stay longer? Can I stay over somebody's house? Can I do this? It's a constant battle. So I just got to quickly pop off and say, you're not staying anywhere. Before he can even ask the question, I say, you're not staying anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Get home. You have a curfew at 6:30. Get home. So he likes to think he's Mr. Joe Blow on the block. But anyways, let's get back to our reading. I'm going to pull 3 angel cards. And so I have a son who's a Libra and another son, exact same birthday as mine, who's an Aries. So I'm doing a Libra and Aries read. I'm going to pull 2 angel cards for Libra, 2 angel cards for Aries, because I need a cleansing today. I'm telling you, it's like I worked on an oil rig as a, what do they call a derrick? I forget the name of the job. The guy that's slopping up all the oil that's left over, and I'm just covered in dirt. So I'm looking for a spiritual healing today. So anyways, let's go on with this. And Gabriel and Michael, give me 3 angel cards. 2 angel cards, I'm sorry, for Libra first. 2 angel cards. I know that was a long intro, but I thought that story had to be shared, right? Because it's so prevalent. Abuse is just... And the narcissism that goes into this, into the abuse situation. Oh. First card out. And I mean, okay, listen, so we're talking about abuse. We're talking about narcissism. We're talking about the injury, the insult upon injury to you and everything around you that these people try to inflict. And guess what? When I said, oh my gosh, look at this. It looks like Gabriel or Michael, and it says there's absolutely nothing to worry about. It says you are safe, and this situation is under perfect control of the divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. You know what this is saying? I hate to say it. Get rid of it. Turn it over. Get rid of it. Get rid of the injury upon insult. Turn it over to the universe, the spirit. And the universe, Source himself, will certainly deal with people in this category. How can he not, right? As a collective of gosh, getting close to 8,000 people now, how can that collective not pool that energy together and have good thoughts for us and all the people around us, but for our tribe, and will that energy to each and every one of us in this tribe, that they have the highest possible good outcome in their lives. So many people have talked about new jobs and great things happen in their lives. Wow. It's crazy the way these cards just pop out, right? And you know, I don't pick cards, I don't choose cards, they pop out. The next card out is reward yourself, right? Stop worrying about these people. Don't let them influence or threaten you or scare you into behaving. Did I say behaving? Really? Conditionally make you behave. Threaten you with, oh my gosh, or escalate to your bosses. Whatever. It's the same thing in life, right? People that are going to try to do injury to you, try to talk to all the other people and tell them about you, right? How ugly in person you are and what you did to them. And whoa. Why? Because they have no truthful leg to stand on. Give me 2 cards for Aries. Aries energy, love and strength. What does Aries need to see? We're kicking ass already. Libra's always trying to find a balance. How do we fix this? Will it work? Won't it work? And I got both sides of my chart, so I'm like a hot mess. I'm ready to kick somebody's ass, and then I go, well, should I really kick their ass? Maybe. Oh, what? Let me forgive them. What? What a horrible mixture, right? Anyways, give me 2 cards for Aries and Aries energy. Gabriel and Michael, what do you want us to know? And the energy's been flowing good. I've had this, oh my God, I had this dream. Give me 2 cards for Aries. 2 cards for Aries. 2 cards for Aries. 2 cards for Aries. That's right. The card of truthful guidance comes out, right? Truthful guidance. What do we really need, Aries? We know that there's shitheads breathing down our neck every day, conspiring to make you look like you're not as good as you are. Why? Because they know they're not. Trustworthy guidance. You received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that you are every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. Well, I have an idea. You're not going to do that shit anymore, right? So even to this day at work, when I see a coworker of mine, names will be unmentioned, but a female worker, a very truthful, good-spirited, good-hearted woman. I mean, just one of those kind of people that just doesn't mind telling you how it is, but honestly cares about people. And people who have ever been abused, whether it's a big abuse, a little abuse, care about people because they don't want to see other people go through that stuff. Abusers are the people that consistently continue to strike matches. Those are low energy people. They try to drain us high energy people because they just don't know any better. Give me 1 more card for Aries. 1 more card for Aries. While I'm doing this last card for Aries, I want Libra and Aries to be thinking about something in your minds. Think about something in your minds that you need answered. Spirit, please, Guardian Angels Michael and Gabriel. Give me 1 more card. It's tough energy right now. I'm feeling there's a few things to say. I probably got to get 2 cards out of this. There's a lot to say. What is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer? Gabriel and Michael. What is the answer? Give me another card. Don't tell me you just want to give me one card. No, you don't. Last card out. Focus on service. For Aries, focus on our service. So think about that, right? We talk about people, Aries, we're protected people. We always fight for the underdog. We always want to help people. Whether they're ugly or not, we still try to help. You know why? Because we think that we can save everyone and want to save everyone from themselves, if not from other people. So this card, the card of focus on service, talks to us about your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm torn. Why do you just throw the hammer down on somebody, or do you constantly keep telling them, oh, it's okay, I forgive you, and you know what? When the rat comes out of his hole, you see him, right? The rat's going to go back in the hole, go back in the hiding, the rat's going to come back out again, you're going to see him again. I'm torn, you have to be torn, between the difference between forgiving somebody and then letting them in. I mean, really in, not just surface level, and really in. So you have to be careful and mindful of that. That's Aries. That's for you. I'm going to pull 4 cards. First for Libra, and then for Aries. And I actually have a person sitting right over there watching me do this reading. My kids hear it all the time, but that's not my son. We have a visitor with us today. Anyways, for Libra, please, Gabriel and Michael, give us the energy. I'm feeling that there's, for Libra, destitution. Why did the word destitution? First card out. Destitution. I'm going to leave that turned down. 4 cards, please. Destitution. My Brazilian friend is feeling destitute because of the issue. That's my second card out. Because of the baby surgery. But in a reading, I told her, and she was worried that he would pass on in that surgery, and I told her that he would be fine and not to worry about it. And sure enough, several months later, that was the outcome, and she emailed me and told me that the other day. So, again, energy comes back, and you can, the spite that you carry for someone, no matter how ugly they are in life, the spite you carry for them will end up being your own undoing. Let them go. Get rid of it. You don't have to keep them in your life. But if you carry the spite, wow, that's going to be the thing that does your downfall. I'm being told don't carry the spite. Let them go. And if you let them go, that there's going to be some new horizons, something much better coming. And don't forget your special numbers that I gave you guys. Another card out. Oh, perfect card. One more card for Libra. And then I'm going to do Aries cards, and then I'll tell the story. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Lawrence. I felt that flip. And his name was the Blue-Eyed Emperor. No, it's not going to go like that. That's not the story. Hey, I could do a story like that. But anyways. Okay, 4 cards for Aries. And I'm going to do a quick No, I'm going to use another deck because I want the same opportunity for Aries to have the ability to have those same cards pop out. Give me 1 second here. I feel this is going to be a most interesting story for Libra because I'm feeling a lot of energy, a lot of inner strength, having the ability to undergo a lot of duress, continue to live with it, and somehow see inner strength in yourself. But I won't get into the story just yet. I'll cut these real quick. Oh, that card wanted to flip over. Interesting. I just want to look at it and see what it says. Ah, Two of Cups. Two of Cups for Aries. You know it. You know what? I'm gonna keep that card. I'm gonna keep Two of Cups. I need 3 more cards. Gabriel and Michael, 3 more. Oh, and you know what I just noticed? Look at Michael right here, setting his foot upon the head of what looks like, interesting, the devil. Oh, what do you know? That's the old story too, right? So Michael's getting ready to slay the devil, the evildoer. Again, Aries, think about the story. Virtue, what the word virtue. You're looking for something or someone that would be virtuous. 2 cards came out at the final end. Okay, let's start with Libra. All right, let's turn the cards over. First card out, first position, is the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. And this is traditionally a card for you, Libra. Again, torn between, wow, is this a blessing? Or is this an evil doing, right? Is this the limbo between good and evil? Because here you could see this person just almost in prayer over sadness of not having something, or and I need to put my pillows behind my back to support my back a little bit better. So forgive me for that quick pillow shuffle. And the 5 of Cups, if you look at him, he's in prayer, but he's in prayer like this, and looking down at his cup, almost sneakily trying to peek around source energy, saying, Father, please give me something. And he sees the cups are turned over, but he sees the cups are still there, almost wanting more than source is ready to give you now, Libra. I feel that energy. You want more than what source is willing to give you now. There's a reason why you're feeling despondent, even though you have 2 cups that are full behind you in this card. You're feeling as if the universe isn't giving you enough, quickly enough, for all the right reasons, right? And you're praying to source, saying, guess what? Give me something more. Give me some more. And almost like you knock the cups over yourself, right? Oh, hey, if source sees that I don't have these cups full, maybe he'll give me something better in my cup. Don't put yourself, because I see the dark birds in the background, and the light shining on the cups behind him with the shadow over the 3 in the front. And that's telling me, don't overshadow what source is capable of giving you with your own selfish desires. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. And if you don't make that mistake, source is the universe, and the energy in the universe that spans within all of us throughout this planet and every living thing on this planet, source is the energy. The sun, denoted by the sun at the top. And if you look here, every zodiac sign below. Source is telling me, Libra, if you forgo this self-pity, this oh, it's me, I'm not getting the things that I want something different. If you forgo that thought and shift your brain, your mind, your energy, your thoughts, your focus in life on absolutely everything I get is a form of a richness in my life. It's a gold bullion, because he doesn't have to give you jack crap. If you want to know the truth, there's people in this world that live on dirt and are happy as hell every day. You know why? Because they're not jaded by the evils of people and statements and money and things and clothes and beads and everything else. They actually like life, because in those type of communities, they band together, just like we have here. You'll be rewarded with not only a new beginning, but a bright beginning, right? Denoted by the sun that spans across all the signs in your birth chart, right? Because nobody has one birth sign. For somebody to say, I'm a Libra, that's good for you. You're not. Everybody has 5, 6, 7 signs. Sometimes those signs are repeated, which means in that spectrum, not horoscope-wise, energy-wise, the people born at that time in that period, those signs that are more prevalent in your litmus or list of signs means that these things that I'm telling you now are probably going to be more prevalent for you in your life. Change your focus. Open your heart up and receive the blessings, and continue to view the things, no matter how minute, as blessings in your life. And you'll increase your strength over time by doing that, right? You'll learn to appreciate the inner strength that you have, right? Strength when you have nothing. Everything's been stripped away from you, and you still continue to have strength. Source, some call him God, will not turn his back on you forever before he levels the playing field with people like you, Libras, represented by the scale, the imbalance, the balance of good, bad, clean, dirt, the yin and yang of life, right? He can't let you stay for long, indefinitely, in a place where you don't see rewards. But he's saying you have to appreciate the smallest thing in life in order to enjoy the biggest thing in life, right? Because you could do with or without it. The last card he has out here is the King of Swords. Focus on this card right here real quick, the King of Swords. The power that the King of Swords brings to this story is a revelation. You struggled to get the things that you wanted in life and had the wrong perspective. You changed that perspective and was given a bright new beginning at something different, something better. Through that understanding, you gain inner strength. Right, with the lion, the strength card. And after that trial and tribulation, after these trials and tribulations and the new understanding that you have about responsibility, integrity, self-calibration, and unification of yourself with yourself. Can that make sense? You can have inner battles within yourself all day long, Libra, and you do it. What? Yes, no, yes, no. You're tired of the battle. You're victorious. You realize that with your inner strength that you don't have to fight anymore. It's time to relax. It's time to relax and stop having that that self-tormenting attitude, and Spirit and Source are going to find ways to improve your life. Namaste, Libra brothers and sisters. I hope that message, along with our previous message, touches you in some way, in a positive manner. On to Aries. Every card is turned over, except for the first one. And you know how I like to do this, right? I want you to see it before I see it. I can tell you by looking at these cards and the story that I'm being seen, there's people that are deceptive. I talked about work. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. The first card out, I haven't seen it. I'll let you see it. No way. No way. How is this possible? The first card out, Two of Cups. They're both looking into the stream of light, of unification. Two people, a combination of people, man and woman, woman and woman, man and man. You know I don't believe in sex, right? It's energy, and that's why I read it's not about female or male, because everyone can be abusive regardless, but everyone can also be positive regardless. So don't dismiss this combination, this mixture of whatever it is. Two people coming together, working together, an agreement, a mutual connection on a commonality. A commonality. The Nine of Pentacles is a person who's frantically striving for money. I mean, look at his face. The poor guy, the poor bloke. Aries, we do that to ourselves, right? We always, no matter how much we make, we always want more. Everybody in life does that, but Aries, it's a curse. I'm never good enough. I'm doing great, but I want to do better. I'm great, but I want to do better. The Moon's telling us, careful, because there's people around you right now who are deceptive. Hidden deception. And that's by the dark side of the moon, right? You can see there's jackals howling at the moon. It doesn't always mean negative, right? The moon doesn't always represent negativity. The moon also represents things that are unknown, things that you don't necessarily see, not aware of. But it also tells me, when I look at this card, as the moon sitting back in contemplation here, look at this. I mean, think about this. Look at the moon's face right there. Look at the contemplation on the moon's face, saying to me, tomorrow's going to be a better day. But within that tomorrow being a better day, you have to pass through the gates of hidden agendas, of ambiguity. And then at the outside, after this realization, this unification, the struggle for funds, and I don't mean struggling like you're financially not capable or not existing, but the struggling of funds here represent, I'm feeling a need to prove to yourself and everybody else around you that you're okay. After you dismiss and undergo that purging of all this darkness and hidden agendas and these people that function in those arenas, you're going to be blessed with the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost a perfect ending to this story, Aries, because we're talking about a desire to make money. We're talking about working, navigating yourself through, whether it's employment situation, whether it's a family situation, navigating tough waters of things that are unknown in order to achieve the financial wealth and sense of zen, financial zen for now. Because Aries, after you reach this plateau, you're going to set the stakes a little higher, and you're going to keep doing it and keep doing it. And you know why? I did it my whole life. I continue to do it today. Aries, we're predestined not only to help people, not to combine our strength with other people's strengths. We're blended to do that. We're blended to help pull people along. And look at that card. Look at their faces. Look at the happiness and the sense of inner strength, because they have something that only they can see. See it between their fingers down here? They have something down there that only they can see. These people that have the hidden agendas, the people that are working in the cloakedness of darkness, spiritually and energy-wise, won't stop you from realizing your financial dreams and wealth over time and over your life. Aries, namaste. Blessings to all of you. Stand strong, and we'll stand together. My name is Lawrence, and I am the Blue-Dyed Emperor. Until next time.